Alright, what's up guys? Um, this is like an old review. I mean, it's a review of an old item. Alright, I've been actually trying to get rid of this. I'm once again one of those garage cleaning phases where I just try to, clean up and make it tidier in here. And I've been listing a couple of things, and this guy's been on here. He's just been with me a long time. I actually don't know when I bought this. It's been several years probably. And I was just looking at it like, what the hell? Let me just keep it. And I think there's a couple other parts I'm gonna pull from the garage sale, and maybe we'll do like a little build series of this guy, because I honestly think he deserves a little bit more, because he was definitely one of these, I'd probably say one of the first conversion kits that was actually light. This is before the 2.2 and hybrids. I don't know. Hybrids has been out for a very long time. But anyways, this is you guys can always look at the back. The newest generation. I'd probably say I would have to really figure it out myself. But it's like there's probably Gen 1, because there was they used to have these fat cuts. That definitely has to be Gen 1. This is Generation 2. Generation 3, I would say, is the new one, where they give you the blowback units now, and they have the screw right here, the front and the rear, so you can use blowback unit in both, but you can't, obviously not for the slide. And they put the rackers up here, which I actually don't like that position. I prefer it back here. So this would be Generation 2. It's an old one, but good. But the funny thing is, I think WeTech single-handedly destroyed these guys, and just from I've built a good amount of these for customers. There's a 5-inch version. This is a 6-inch version, and a 7-inch version. I should have kept my 7-inch version. I had a 7-inch that I built a long time ago, and I got rid of it. That was probably my favorite. I like really big pistols, and I like small ones. If they made a 3.8 version of this, would be completely sick. But anyways, what happened is I would build for these customers, and this is a very expensive kit, guys. These are $500 plus, usually wherever you buy it from, usually, or in the high 400s. They're in that range, and they would go to their fields, and they would someone would come up to them like, "Hey, where'd you get that WeTech? It's pretty cool looking." And they would just piss them off. I mean, that's what I would hear constantly from the guys that I built these for, and I totally understand that. It sucks, but that's just the reality. And I think that's why you can still buy these. I don't know if it's Airsoft Masterpiece or Pro Handgun or Gunsler Bro. I don't know who it is anymore, but I know you can. I swear I saw one literally 2 weeks ago from the recording of this video, that you could still buy. Anyways, the first lightest slide, I think, for aluminums in that year, in that generation, whatever that year was. Sorry about the noise. Garage door's open. It's not as cold, so I wanted to experience, some, we're just spoiled over here. Anyways, 54.8 grams. That's a pretty light slide. 54 grams, and you have to remember the 2.2 slide wasn't out. Here is this one is old. This is Guns and Sprout. I did this video like 3-4 years ago. I'd probably say this is around the same time. Everyone knows hybrids. Alright, this one is 71.5 grams. Now, of course, this one's gonna be heavier, because this is a rare slide. There's only 3 of these made, but this one doesn't have the cutout. So if you have the cutout, you'll reduce some of the weight. And then we have plastic slides, so you guys can get a comparison. Here's 4.3/Extreme, same thing. 27.6 grams. Here's the 5.1 silver. The paint on it sucks, so I'll just give you guys a head up. The 5.1 silver, the frame, is god awful. It's just that the paint is just the worst thing. 31.6, and then this is PLA. I'm sorry, it's not PLA, it's SOS. PA12. Alright, 23.7. So at 50, what is it, 54? 55, 54. This is really light for that time, and it's still light to these, to these times right now. I can't remember offhand how much the 2.2 weighs. I think it's a little less than this, but The funny thing is, this is bulky on the back. You should guys be able to see it. On the top is good because it's rounded off. Most traditional ones are, I'd probably say most on the market are kind of like they do tri-cuts, you know, tri-flat 1, 2, 3, you know, 3 profiles. This one is just rounded. But it's probably hard to see on camera, but like the sides are fat, so I can easily reduce the size. You know, there's a lot of space to work with here. There's no trades on it, on the frame either, except for, you know, just a 2011. I'll show you the frame closer, but it's a very plain slide. Besides these, I would like to say these are like the Limcat. You know, they're pretty much famous for this. I think they call them knife cuts. No, there's a certain name for these cuts, but I forget the name of them. All right, so you know, $500 gets you right here. It's the slide, the outer barrel, the frame, the racker, the guide rod, guide plug, and the chassis, and you get a valve knocker and the sear. The outer barrel, incredibly heavy, 3-piece. You have 1, 2, 3. This one has a little screw. Can you guys see there? Yeah, you should be able to see the black. And that's how you screw it in. This is held by 2 O-rings. If by any chance you own this, never ever, if like these O-rings are cracked, if one of them is, you make sure you place it on the spot right there. You don't want to lose this. You don't want to lose this part at all. It will be an absolute nightmare if you lose this part. I don't know if you can buy this part by itself, but I imagine it would be a nightmare to find that part or get anything even close to it. I will weigh this for you guys, because it's very heavy steel. Alright, this is 167, just for reference. This is, you know, Infinity IMN comp. You guys should know this one. This is pretty popular. This is 135. When you hold this in your hand, you can just feel the weight on this sucker. It is a 6-inch. Like I said, there's the 5-inch, 6-inch, 7-inch. And I really wish I had the 7-inch, but you know, there's a couple of slides that I regret selling in the past, and I think the 7-inch is one of them for this guy. And then I had some Korean slides that I should have never gotten rid of. So you do have a little bit more room, but I'd say that's pushing it. But realistically, you can. All right, so you can see how much there is. It ends right there. And it hooks in to the front of the frame, so it's very weird. What we'll do is this will be like a maybe a 2-part, 3-part series. Just for now, I'm just showing it off, and you know, whatever, talking about it. I'll give you and maybe in the second, cause I gotta go figure out what I want for the safeties and like their internals. I found the grip I'm going to use. This one I was actually getting rid of in the past, and I thought, you know, why not just use it. Okay, let's go over the frame. I love these cuts right here. You don't see these cuts too often on airsoft. And then this cut right here, it looks really good. For the people who don't have sharp eyes, that's like, I think that's what, you know, triggered my customers. It's because they would immediately just look at this part and this part and not look carefully and say, oh, we dragging. But for those who are, I think, you know, if you're definitely like a pistol nut and you've looked around, you will definitely recognize that, you know, this is already different, and just the outer barrel alone, this part should really show off its I think its beauty. This part right here and the frame are the best part. I think this is born in SL, and maybe if they had done a different design on here, maybe it would have sold better. But I think just looking at this literally looks like right here. Minus the, you know, because we don't have this, they have the full bomber sight. Had they done a different design, I think it would have done better. But look how long I've been doing this YouTube channel for a long time. Look how long it's taken them to create cool slides like the Hex and, you know, the Speed and the Saber. Look how long it's taken to for us to get there. You know, we're still in the realm of like copy real steel. And we're kind of like, hey, create your own slides. We got Ken's making his own. We have those, you know, those 4 unique slides that I loved. And so I hope we keep on going forward. That's, you know, I've always wanted to make my own slides. Maybe they'll be in the future, but That's just very difficult to do. Alright, I talked too much. Frame, extremely light for a 6-inch. Yeah, I think these cuts help a lot right here, these three. 95.9 gram. It's so light. I wish I could show you guys the TM frame right now. I don't have one on hand, but I'm pretty sure I have one in other videos. That's one thing I always tell people: aluminum frames. Oh man, if you're a speed softer, or you know, if you like lightweight, you should always get a light aluminum frame. It drops the weight on your gun like nothing. What else? So we have the frame, beautiful outer barrel, steel guide rod, just your traditional two-piece, nothing like, once again, this is old. I'll wait in for that. That's 39 aluminum guide rod, guide plug. 6.3. You could definitely get a lighter plug. You could drill these, pour them out. Here's the racker. Once again, it's actually a hollow rack. I'm not a fan of this look aesthetically, so I might switch it out for something, but at least this is a hollow one. 5.4, 6.2 with the screw, and then you get the sear and the valve knocker in here, so you just need to put in the disconnect and valve reset, and you're pretty much done, in the hammer. So you need 3 pieces to complete this. 17.6. Am I missing anything? I'll show you guys what it's gonna look like. I haven't figured out where externals. I think I have some gold externals left that are steel. I feel like silver and gold might be cool, but that's like, we'll see. It might be silver and gold, because I think that's the safeties I have left, and I kind of want, it's almost like, this is all custom right now. There's no TM in it right now, so I fear if I put I think I have the gold safety thumbs, slide release. I'm not sure, but well, in the second video, what I'm gonna do is I'll go through my parts, and I'll have the parts that I pulled out of my garage sale, and we'll just make this a little build series. Maybe it'll be fun. All right, but yeah, that's the Dragon. Hope you guys like it. I'll see you guys around. Take it easy.